Jesus, throne of eternal light, upon a throne of silver and crystal, high above the countless stars, sits the one whose glory no words can fully contain. Jesus, the eternal King, radiant in majesty, shines with a violet glow that floods the heavens. The throne itself is not made by human hands, but woven from light, carved from eternity, and bathed in the brilliance of God's own presence. Every facet gleams like living crystal, reflecting endless shades of silver, blue, and violet, as though the universe itself bows in reverence before its creator. Upon this throne of eternal light, he reigns not as a distant ruler, but as a father, a shepherd, and a friend. His robe of purest white flows endlessly, like a river of holiness cascading through eternity. Threads of blue and purple interlace with the white, painting a picture of both the heavens above and the depths of divine love. The robe does not merely cover him, it is like the very radiance of his being made visible, a garment of glory that tells of a purity untouched and a love unbroken. Behind him, wings of radiant violet rise and curve outward like a shield of love, mighty and tender all at once. They shimmer as though alive, every feather etched with golden light, every edge glimmering with threads of eternity. These wings do not speak of flight, but of covering, of protection, of embrace. They spread across the sky like a banner of mercy, proclaiming to all creation, "You are safe in my love, you are guarded by my presence." His face shines with the tenderness of dawn and the strength of everlasting day. His eyes hold galaxies of compassion, deeper than oceans, brighter than suns, yet filled with gentleness that welcomes even the weakest soul. To look into his gaze is to find oneself fully known and fully loved, to discover that there is no darkness too deep, no distance too far, no sin too heavy that his love cannot reach. And his arms, always open, not for command, not for judgment, but for welcome. He stretches them outward as if to embrace the whole cosmos, as if to gather into himself every wandering heart, every broken spirit, every child longing for home. Those arms are eternal gates, never closing, never weary. Through them flows an invitation that whispers across eternity, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." From his throne of eternal light, rivers of radiance stream outward, coursing through the heavens like living water. They cascade down upon the earth, entering into every shadowed valley, every parched land, every wounded heart. Where the rivers flow, healing begins. Where the rivers touch, despair dissolves into hope. Chains shatter, tears are wiped away, and joy springs forth like flowers in the desert. This is the kingdom of Jesus, not bound by borders, not measured by time, but spreading as wide as love itself. Around the throne gather multitudes, angels in uncountable number, saints robed in white, children whose laughter resounds like bells of heaven. Their voices rise in harmony, a song without end, a song of gratitude, of worship, of awe. They do not sing because they are commanded, but because their hearts overflow with the reality of his presence. Holy, holy, holy is the Lord Almighty, who was, and is to come. Their song echoes like thunder, yet feels softer than a whisper, because it is carried by love. And still, above the song of angels, there is another sound, the quiet beating of his heart, steady and strong, echoing through the universe. It is a rhythm of grace, a pulse of eternal mercy. It beats for the lost, for the broken, for those who wander far. It beats for you, for me, for every soul that has ever breathed. Each heartbeat proclaims, "You are mine, you are loved, you are not forgotten." This throne of eternal light is unlike any throne known to men. Earthly thrones rise and fall, built on power, on conquest, on fear. But his throne is built on love. Its foundation is sacrifice, its pillars are mercy, its crown is compassion. On this throne sits the one who wore a crown of thorns before he wore the crown of glory. On this throne reigns the one who laid down his life before he lifted his scepter. This is the paradox of heaven. The greatest king is the greatest servant. The Lord of all is the lover of all. Imagine approaching this throne. The closer you step, the more every burden slips away. Guilt loses its weight, shame loses its voice, fear loses its grip. You come barefoot, empty-handed, yet welcomed like royalty. The light does not expose to condemn, but to heal, to restore, to make new. In his presence, every wound becomes a story of redemption, every scar becomes a testimony of grace. The nearer you draw, the more you realize you were always meant to be here, always meant to belong in his embrace. The violet glow that surrounds him is not just light, it is love made visible. It is the color of royalty, yes, but also the hue of sacrifice, the reminder of blood shed and wounds borne. It is the light of victory, but also the light of compassion that bends low to lift the fallen. Wrapped in this glow, creation itself finds its rhythm again. Stars shine brighter, oceans sing louder, winds whisper gentler, because all are held together in him. And so, the throne is not far away. It is as near as a whispered prayer, as close as a beating heart. Wherever his name is called, wherever love is shown, wherever forgiveness flows, there the throne of eternal light is present. It is not confined to heaven's heights, but reaches into earth's depths. It meets the broken in their pain, the lonely in their silence, the seekers in their questions. This is the kingdom Jesus welcomes all into. Not a palace of cold marble, but a home alive with light. Not a fortress guarded by walls, but an open embrace guarded by love. Not a place earned by merit, but a gift received by grace. His arms are still open, his wings still shine, his eyes still burn with compassion. The invitation still resounds, come, sit with me, rest in me, live in my light. And as eternity stretches on, the throne of eternal light remains, unshaken, unending. Empires crumble, stars burn out, time itself folds like a garment, but his throne stands. His reign endures. His mercy flows, his love never ends. This is Jesus, the King who reigns in light, the shepherd who seeks the lost, the Savior who gives himself, the Lord whose throne is love itself. Before his throne we bow, not out of fear, but out of joy. Before his throne we sing, not as slaves, but as children. Before his throne we find not judgment, but the eternal embrace of the one who has called us home. Jesus, the throne of eternal light, forever shining, forever reigning, forever loving.